What's up, everybody? Nokish back here for my review of the brand new Hallmark film, The Wedding Veil Legacy. This is the final film in the trilogy. I know people are wanting more, but there's no reason to have any more of these films. This is The Wedding Veil Legacy. Tracy meets Nick, played by Victor Webster, and Tracy is again played by Allison Sweeney, just like in the first two Wedding Veil films. In the third installment of the trilogy, he helps her find the original draft of this art piece. And in exchange for her helping him run his restaurant, Tracy begins to feel uneasy as they get closer. This is a film that I had some interest in, yes, because of the cast. But the problem was, I really did like the first Wedding Veil. It was not what I wanted it to be. I thought it was going to be a fantastic film that gave me everything I wanted, and it did not. The second film was pretty weak in my opinion. This one is the best out of the trilogy. I did not think I would say that. I thought I would say The Wedding Veil was the best one out of the trilogy, the first film. But Legacy is the strongest and the second best Hallmark film of the entire year. This could get bumped up to number one eventually, but The Wedding Veil Legacy gives me exactly what I wanted. A very satisfying conclusion, but it does not really bring in the other husbands. It doesn't bring in the other love interests that the other girls had. They pretty much got married to him, and then you see them at the end of this film. They don't talk about them much. You don't see them until the very end, and I think that's just because that's all those guys could do. I think they probably shot these films back to back to back. That's the smartest thing I think you could possibly do. The Wedding Veil Legacy has great chemistry between Tracy and Nick, Allison Sweeney, and Victor Webster. Victor Webster is no stranger to the Hallmark Channel, neither is Allison Sweeney, but I think this is her best film. I do think this is her best film, in my opinion. Now, for Victor Webster, we're going to have to take a look at his Hallmarkography. His Hallmarkography does include mysteries, it includes romances. So, what we have here is everything ranging from Magic Stocking to The Wedding Veil Legacy. So, we're going to start off with his earliest one, which is Magic Stocking, Love Blossoms, Home for Christmas Day, A Harvest Wedding, that's a really good one. Homegrown Christmas, Matchmaker Mysteries, A Killer Engagement, Hearts of Winter, Aurora Tea Garden, Reunited and It Feels So Deadly, Matchmaker Mysteries, A Fatal Romance, 5-Star Christmas, The Art of the Kill, and The Wedding Veil Legacy. And that's it. I can't remember if I've seen Homegrown Christmas, but I believe that this is probably his best film. His best Hallmark film, in my opinion. Now, is this his best film overall? Probably not, because we do have movies like Must Love Dogs, Dirty Love. I'm kidding about Dirty Love, and Bringing Down the House. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But when you have films like The Scorpion King 3, Vow for Redemption, and a Hallmark film, is probably going to be better than that one. Allison Sweeney, earlier last year, had a mystery film. Then she also had, she had Open by Christmas, Good Morning Christmas the last year. Was not a fan of those two. So I think this is her best Hallmark film to date, in my opinion. Now, I do like Christmas at Holly Lodge, but it's still not all that great. The Wedding Veil Legacy has great chemistry great chemistry between these two stars. The script gives me every single bit of romance I want. It's sweet, it's easy, and it works on every single level that I think it should. Now, this isn't going to be like the next great Hallmark film or anything. This might not even end up in my top 10 of the year. But with the way we've been going with Hallmark Channel, maybe. But I think this is better than GAC Family's The Winter Palace. I think this is better than Harmony from the Heart. I think this is, well, that might be a overstatement. This is just a really good Hallmark film that I am praising more because of how mediocre Hallmark has been this past year. Well, these past couple months. Looking at the ratings, they've been going up. They have been going up, but The Wedding Veil got 3.39. Dropped almost 800,000 viewers because you did not have Lacey Chabert in the lead role. She's still in it, but Autumn Reeser was the lead in that one, and That got almost 800,000 less views. But next week, sorry, I thought this was the last romance film for the entire month of February from Hallmark, but no, I forgot we have Welcome to Mamas. That actually looks really, really good. I don't like how they're calling it Love-You-Wary. Just call it Countdown to Valentine's Day. Love-You-Wary is stupid. It makes no sense, in my opinion. I think it's overly dumb, but so is only having 3 films for the entire month. In March, we only have 3 films as of right now, and one of them kicks off Spring into Love. There is no more spring fling. We have Feeling Butterflies with Kayla Wallace and Kevin McGarry. I think that could have some great potential. A Second Chance at Love. And those are 2 weeks apart. So the first Hallmark film we're getting in March is March 12th. And then we're getting one March 13th with The Presence of Love with Eloise Mumford and Julian Morris on March 13th. And then we are getting one on March 26th with A Second Chance at Love. So we're just going to have to wait and see how those films go. I'm hoping we get more. Give me more into what we're getting into Spring Fling. I am still going to call it Spring Fling because that's just what it's been for years. But there you go, everybody. There's my review of that. We took a look at the ratings. We will be taking a look at the ratings next week when we review Welcome to Mamas. So I'm going to give The Wedding Veil Legacy a B+. I really did enjoy this one. It was a fine little Hallmark film. Nothing that I'm ever going to give high praise to. This isn't a new favorite, but it's still a solid 4-star out of 5-star film for me, which is saying something due to me only giving one other film 4 stars this year thus far from the Hallmark Channel. The Wedding Veil Legacy, definitely check that one out. If you were not a fan of the second one, at least finish out the trilogy. I think it's going to leave you a little bit happier and give you a better conclusion. So we will look forward to Welcome to Mamas, but next up we do have Aurora Tea Garden Mysteries Haunted by Murder. So let's get into that one up next.